July 2nd, 2013. No, it's July 3rd, 2013. Let's see what Andrew's doing, shall we, kitty? Hey, what are you doing?
Well, hello. Hi, Eddie.
Hi.
I'm cleaning books.
Oh.
We have several hundred books, somewhere in the neighborhood of 400, 450 books.
Yeah, you've been doing this for the past 3 days.
Yes, I have. And it sounds easy, but it's very time-consuming and it's very slow going. Here's a section of the books we own.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stack that hasn't been cleaned. So what I do, I have an old broad paintbrush that I use as a dusting brush. I have a kitchen towel. I've got a sponge, a squirt bottle, which is a water drinking bottle, and I've got a bucket.
Oh.
Basically, the way you clean a book without ruining it is you take a sponge, you wet the sponge, you squeeze it out as much as you can, and what you do is you dust the book. There's a lot of dust and cobwebs and grime. The thing is, in the apartment we rented for 7 years over on South Pierce Street, the kitchen was not vented, and so as a result, these books were sitting on the floor in the dining room where we really couldn't access them. They were sitting on the floor the way I have them over here. And that's a good temporary solution. The problem is it became more than temporary, and so it's very difficult to get to books when they're stacked in stacks like this. You need to get to them when they're like this over here. What I did was I took off the doors of this double closet.
Right.
And I basically cut the doors in half and trimmed them down and made shelves out of them. And so, as you can see, these are all the books I've cleaned over the last few days. And the top shelf are almost all yours.
Yes.
And they're all things having to do with like history and environmental crisis. There's Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. There's Collapse by Jared Diamond. The World Without Us is, a theoretical treatise on what would happen to the Earth if humans disappeared.
Yes.
And basically, the answer is that the Earth would do just fine without humans, which is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then down here, we've got a lot of, these are more of your books. These here have to do with political opinion and critique.
Right.
Let me see, I think, you got a Jim Hightower book in here.
Right.
Gotcha Capitalism, that's very timely. And then you've got these sort of move into history and history critique.
Right.
And then these down here are a fiction series known as Alternate History.
Yeah.
And these are like what-if books.
Yeah.
And like what if the South won the Civil War? What if the Germans and the Japanese won World War II? And those, so it's fiction along those lines.
Yeah.
And then these are all your cookbooks.
Yeah.
And they go up to about here, and then here's like home remedy books.
Yeah.
And then this is cooking in here. These are cookbooks.
Right.
And then there's like cooking and cleaning, and then these are humor and novelty books.
Right.
Here.